Okay, so what's up? So are you looking for that missing ingredient that's going to take you to the next level of success? Well, confidence is the key, and we're going to talk about it right here in this video right now. What up, congratulators? Welcome to the channel. I'm Xavier Garcia, and this is the Ultimate Psychology channel, where I'm creating awesome videos to cure all your life every single week. So what is confidence? We're getting into this topic this week and on this video. Well, confidence, I like to break it down into two different sections to its Latin roots, the definition of the word confidence. And you have the word C-O-N, con, and then you have the letters F-I, fe or fi, and you kind of see that in the Marines, semper fi, do or die, right? What does that mean? It means always faithful. What does con mean? C-O-N, it means with. So that means you're going with faith. Wherever you go, you're taking off, and you have this air of confidence with you everywhere you go. The way I look at it, there's two types of confidences, right? There's a confidence where you're just confident as a person, you feel great about yourself, you walk anywhere, you can go with boldness, courageousness, where you're secure in your manhood, you're secure in your person. Or there's also the confidence that you have in performing a certain type of task, whether it's working on a car, tying your shoes, or meeting girls and taking them out. So congratulators, let me share with you a story about me and myself, and one particular story, because I have lots of them on this journey towards becoming my supremely confident self. And one, I was talking to my wife about this, and this was a major dramatic change in my life, and that was the idea or the subject of, and the topic of sexual confidence. I didn't always have sexual confidence, right? I grew up in high school, and you see people sleeping around with each other, getting around with each other, and I didn't want to do that. Why? Well, because fear held me back, right? The fear held me back because I heard the way other girls talked about other men, other guys, about they might be too small, or they're just 1 minute man, and I didn't want to have none of that, right? I didn't want to have any of that trash talk about me. I didn't want that to be my reputation, so I avoided it out of fear. As I've grown older now, though, I've also realized that I had deeper personal values that had I been doing that, I wouldn't have been living with my truest integrity, that I'm a Christian and that I don't do those things. And as I eventually found, more willing women to partake in those sexual acts, I still didn't have the confidence that I needed or to really, perform the way that I wanted to do. But again, I wasn't doing things God's way, and I was out of alignment with my character, with my values. So that all changed when I met my wife and we consummated our marriage. And I noticed that my sexual performance in the bedroom skyrocketed because I'm with someone who I actually really do love, who loves me back unconditionally, and that we're sharing and exploring this area of our lives together. And we've grown and grown, and I'm growing every single day in it. And now I can say I'm pretty much totally sexually confident in the bedroom. And so, but it takes time, and it takes an alignment of values also. So I'm going to take you on this journey with me and how you can, explore your confidence and explode it, and whatever topic or subject that you want to tackle in your life, whether it be in your profession, whether it be in relationships, or in some type of hobbies or anything else that you like to do, accomplish, and tackle. So follow me along. Okay, but before we get to that, before we get into the 4 steps here, I also want to talk to you about, there's 2 different types of self-confidence in another way. And that's where you have humility, let me regress this. That means this is when you're overconfident from yourself, right? Where you have arrogance, you're conceited, you have this cockiness, and nobody likes you. You're brash. Maybe some people like the cockiness and the arrogance, but that's because they most likely the confidence that's behind the arrogance, not the actual arrogance itself. You see characters, celebrities, personalities like Floyd Mayweather, even back into the days where I am the greatest, right? And some people liked it, some people hated it. But on the flip side, because some people hate that kind of cockiness and arrogance, and they don't want to have nothing to do with it, they don't want to be associated with it, they take the other route and they go to a humility state where they don't, they kind of lower their self-esteem. They decrease their self-esteem, and they just kind of mope around because they just want to seem like a casual, normal, regular person, right? Nothing special about me, nothing to see here, nothing to look at. And that's cool, and we should all have be humbled and humility because, we're not God, we're not perfect, nobody's perfect. And so we don't want to make ourselves equal to that kind of level, but at the same time, you got to give credit where credit is due and give respect where respect is due. If you are good at something, it's okay to pat yourself on the back and take ownership for it. When you've worked really hard for something, you put a lot of time and effort, and you've invested in a certain skill or a trait, then you can be proud of it and take and own up to it and let it be what it is. Okay, don't make it more than it is, but also don't make it less than what it is. And you know, some people that are braggadocious are like, well, I'm just telling the truth. Yeah, well, you know, you can tell the truth, but like, you know, humble yourself, bro, because nobody's on top like that forever. And you know, it's just, it's not the best thing for us. It doesn't look good, and you can do better than that. Hey, congratulators! So check this out. So we're gonna go over these four steps that you take to build your confidence to skyrocket levels. The first step, the first process is easy, right? It's kind of actually could be very uncomfortable though. It's your physiology. It's changing your state. And what you do in this step is you got to get out of your head. You got to do whatever it takes to shake yourself up. I hit myself like that. Whatever it takes to wake yourself up and for you to feel alive. You can go out there, you can take a cold shower, you can jump in the ocean, you can do some exercise that gets your heart rating, some jumping jacks, right? You get out of yourself and you shake yourself up. So that way you're not so tense and you're not so bogged down and focused and you have that tense energy that gets constrained within inside yourself. You can break through, break free, break loose and feel great and feel terrific about yourself. You can have that exercise, you can take a cold shower, you can shout in the car, yeah, woo! This feels great, right? I can do it. You can tell yourself things like this to get outside of your head where it's not really out in public too much, or maybe that's a great way to do it, is to do it in public. You really get yourself out there and you get the feeling. So change your state, change your physiology, and get ready to conquer and feel terrific. All right, congratulators. So now we're going to be in step number 2. You've gotten yourself out of your body in terms of out of your head. You're not thinking so much. Your eyes are wide open. Okay. So the second step to this process to being more self-confident than others, right, is that you got to have a plan. You got to start visualizing what you want, what your outcome is going to be. You know, what are you getting confident for? You're building yourself up to take on a challenge, a new goal, or head into a meeting, to approach a girl, a woman that you would like to take out on a date. So you're out of your body, and now you get to visualize, right? Now pick a role model. Pick a role model who you can see, or even the best version of yourself, completing this action, completing this task, and doing it successfully, right? And you come out and you feel like you've succeeded, okay? So whether that's if you're learning how to drive a car, you can imagine someone driving a car, Mario Andretti or whatnot. Maybe not like that if it's your first time driving, but you can take a role model example like say your father who's teaching you how to drive, or your mom who's teaching you how to drive. You need a role model, and of course you can study someone. You can watch videos like this to see how other people are doing it, and so you can just copy them. You take them as an example, and you do that. But the second part is this: you got to have a plan too. You got to think about, okay, how am I going to execute this? And you kind of go over. You don't want to think too much because you know the whole point was to get out of yourself and to keep it simple, and that you're coming from a place of good energy, and you're not overthinking it, because that can bog you down and it'll take you back down in there, and you have to start the process all over again, which is fine. We can do that. We got to start over. You know, repetition is the mother of mastery. So you begin to visualize your ideal, perfect picture of how it goes, scene by scene, selection by selection, or segment by segment. And once you have that, you get that feeling, then you can go out and you can execute the plan. And part B of this is once you have, you know, when you're going to go out there and you're going to execute the plan, you got to hold that belief within yourself, because sometimes you might lose it, right? You're going to go up there, you feel confident, you got motivated, you're going to go out and you're going to, you know, see your vision through. And so you got to hold the belief, especially if it's going to be a long-term goal, that you have to have confidence over time to execute. You know, maybe it's a long football game, and you got to be able to keep your head strong throughout the duration of the process. So hold the belief, keep it within yourself, and just let it to be naturally with yourself. You know, since you got the feeling, you get to keep it in your heart, and you hold on tight to it forever. All right, congratulators. So you've gone through the first 2 steps here. You know, we're feeling great about ourselves. We're visualizing a perfect success, a perfect outcome. And now we're getting to the 3rd step. And the 3rd step is just basically just go out there and do it. It's time to just do it, execute. You know, you got to get over your fears of not being enough, your fears of rejection, your fear of confrontation with other people. You don't want to come off as a jerk, but you don't want to present yourself as a self-respecting man, a self-respecting person. All right, and also, you know, confidence is not about being perfect. Sometimes we kind of hold this image within ourselves and we're like, trying to be perfect, right? Because we want to have an air of confidence, right? We want to fake it till we make it. But there's also a comfortableness in your own skin that's confidence. So confidence is not about being perfect. It's just about exuding and expressing your innermost being, which is positive, it's light, it's energetic, it's God, it's life itself. And so you're going to go out there and you're going to try to execute your plan, your vision, your ideal vision, future for yourself, and you're going to make mistakes. You're going to mess up because you're going to try to go out there with all this confidence, all this gusto, and you're going to come off arrogant. You're going to come off cocky. You're going to come off conceited or overconfident, and that kind of comes with the territory because it takes time for you to master your authentic, your genuine, true self. Your real, authentic confidence. So it's okay to speak up for yourself. It's okay to be assertive, not aggressive, but assertive. And you also got to remember in mind that, like, you're going out there and you might have all these internal fears, all these troubles that are inside of you. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows anything about you. We don't know if your bed is made or if your car's trash or what you just went through. And you just come and you present yourself. You come as you are. People like you as you are and how you present yourself if you're holding yourself with confidence. We respect you for that. All right, so this is a really good time, though, actually kind of going back to the physiology stage. The first step, step one, is to make sure you take care of your appearance. Because if you look good, you're going to feel good. If you're respecting yourself and your grooming and your appearance, your image, your self-image, people are also going to respect that because they know that you're taking care of yourself and that it's respectful. And they're going to give you, it's going to put a glow of confidence on yourself that people will see, they'll recognize, and they'll notice. So just go out there and do it. All right, congratulations. So you just went out there, you made it happen. You summoned the courage, you executed on the vision that you wanted, and how did it go for you? Did you execute? Did you get the results that you wanted? Well, if you did, congratulations. If you didn't, that's fine too. So check it out. The fourth step in this process of developing your confidence, developing your courage is repetition, because you only get better, at things because you practice them over and over again. So, how confident are you tying your shoes, right? It's because you've done it hundreds and thousands of times. So, but what I want to get into is the fact that, genuine, real character comes usually from going through a hard trial. It comes from trials and tribulations. When you go through something, you've been tested, and you face the fire and you've gone through it, you get battle hardened. And that's where most true character comes from. So, and that's where you can find your confidence. So I do challenge you to try challenging things. And life is just hard anyways. It's going to come at you, and you're going to have to face those things, whether you have the confidence or not. Because that's where you're going to be made. That's where you become a self-made man, a self-made person. So I encourage you to go through those trials and tribulations, because on the other side of that, when you do succeed, when you do have the perseverance to get through it, you're going to come out a better man and a person with more confidence, because you've accomplished something, you've achieved something, and you can look in the past and be like, I did it, and you can do it too. So again, as I mentioned this before, you're going to have lots of opportunities in life for you to step up your game and to get lots of practice at having your standard of competence or your standard of confidence up to the level that makes you look like a winner and succeed in life. So continue practicing this. You want to be well practiced, because whenever an opportunity comes like that, comes across your ways, you'll be used to generating that in your body, where you can ignite your body into a great state of physiology, have a vision for yourself, and execute it. So continue practicing these things, and the more you do them, like the expression says, repetition, or the mother of mastery. Repetition is the mother of mastery. And so just like I'm doing this here right now, I'm taking it on with courage and confidence, because I believe in myself, because I've done it before. And so anything worth doing well is worth doing poorly at first. So set your sights on your goal, set your sights on your vision, and to continue to pursue it until you gain the momentum, and that momentum will give you the confidence to see it through and cross the finish line. And also what I want to mention is that when you approach something with confidence, and whether you achieve your goal or not, if you're carrying yourself with that respectability and you fail, you still get to keep your dignity, because you went at it with 100% confidence, and you failed, but you did it with honor. You died hard, right? You want to be a diehard. You want to go out doing your best. And that way you can keep your dignity, you can hold your head high, and to live to fight another day. And last but not least, if you can't find confidence in yourself, either for its particular goal or for just your overall general purpose in life, I find my confidence in Jesus Christ. I've been through so many situations where I've failed and I couldn't pull myself out of a rut, out of a ditch, and he saved me. He's faithful. He pulled me out of those things. It's the grace of God. It was His footprints in the sand where I couldn't carry myself, and He walked me through it. So you can find your power, your strength in a higher power, in the Lord Almighty, Jesus Christ, and He'll get you through it. If He brings you to it, He can get you through it. And that's where I find my strength, and this is my confidence. And like I've said, He's never failed me yet. All right, congratulators. So you made it. You have the confidence you need to go out and accomplish anything that you want to set for yourself. So confidence is about stepping out of the box. So I want you to do this one last action step for me. Leave down right in the comments what new action you're going to take on that biggest fear that you had going into this video, and now that you know you have the tools and the skills to go out and there do it, that you're going to go out and accomplish and punch in the face. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. And until then, love with freedom. Thank you very much.